What's up, everybody? Give you guys a couple minutes to come in. Hey, hey. Thank you for the love. Hola, everybody. Hopefully we can get all the members in here. Hey, hey. There is a big ass bullfrog that is about to jump up. Look. Can you see it? It's about to jump up on the ledge over there. Where are we at? Can you see him? Right there. He is right there on the carpet. He's about to jump up on the ledge. He's eyeballing it. He likes to jump up on the ledge and eat the June bugs and get away from Charlie. Because Charlie's trying to eat him. So that's what's going on here. So let's get everybody on. I'm out back, obviously. It was freezing today, and it's freezing today in the Edmond Police Department. It was freezing at the Edmond Sun. I'll explain what all these things have to do with everything. It was freezing with the district attorney. Then with the two investigators, that room was pretty freaking hot, actually. I don't know why they had that room so hot when people are coming in to talk about things that already give them anxiety. The room definitely should have been cold. So I've been cold all day, and it's like hot as hell out here, but I have my cardigan on because I've been cold all day. I'm beyond exhausted. I've cried for 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. I've been very busy. Very, very busy. Some fireworks going on someplace. Give it just a couple more minutes for everybody to hop on, and if you don't see somebody in the group that's in the private thread, you might holler at them and let them know I'm on. I'm so sorry it's late, but I didn't get done until late with all of the legal stuff today and all of that. And then I hadn't eaten all day because I had gone from one place to the other, back to the other, and then met with a group of detectives and a couple of IT people today that are going to be working hand in hand with the authorities, the district attorney, the FTC, the FBI, and the IC3.gov. Yeah, you can get Rob. Just get, and listen, it's not that there's a ton of people in here. We haven't let a ton of people in for a specific reason, just to make sure that we've been waiting to get to this point, and we're glad we're here, but not under the pretenses that it has brought us, which has been very unexpected. And I am gonna, like I said, wait for as many people to come in. So if there's people in the group that have not come on yet, go ahead and just private message them and say, hey, we're live in the Warriors group. You're probably gonna want to come over. So use the next few minutes to do that, and that way I don't have to really repeat anything, or people don't have questions and they kind of catch it from the beginning. And I will tell you before we even get started, we're so sorry that any of you guys have had to endure any of this. I think after you hear what's going on this evening. Not only will your mind understand, but your heart will not only be as broken as ours, but you'll understand. And I think it's going to change everything. I think it's going to change the way our business grows. I think it's going to change and get back to where we were. I think it's going to enlighten people that have been a little selfish in this process, even the good customers. And I think it's really going to make everybody stop and think about their actions and really stop and think about that it's, well, it's just ridiculous. I'll wait for a few more people to come on and then we'll get going. No, don't worry about it. Nobody's late. Okay, so I'm gonna I haven't started anything. I'm gonna wait, just give it about 5 total minutes. You guys are going to need a pen and a piece of paper or your notes section open on your phone. I have a few things to give you guys tonight that you're going to want to jot down. A few things that I'm hoping you consider taking action with. And for the ones of you that are strong enough to stand with us, not just stand for us, but stand with us, there's a big difference. And we appreciate both. We appreciate both equally. But the ones that are strong enough to stand for us and with us, we've got some things that you can really help us with. We love you guys so much too. Is this not the Warriors page? This is the Warriors page, right? Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, what? I'm definitely not trying to go live from the public page. That'll be tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow. Sorry, Crystal. I'm pretty exhausted, so I wasn't comprehending your message, babe. Hi, Charlie. What you doing, Bubba? You eating Doom bugs? Are you eating Doom bugs? Yeah, you can rewatch it. I'm just telling you, at some point, if you're even interested, you're going to need a pen and paper. That way you don't have to waste your time. If you have a pen and paper, then you don't have to come back and rewatch the video, and you don't have to waste your time twice. And I apologize that I'm wasting any of your time tonight, but I do feel that it is very important. Cool, thanks, Crystal. So yes, you can watch it in the morning. And I'm sure somebody else, you don't have to rewatch it. If somebody that else is taking the notes, I'm sure could hook you up. If somebody isn't able to write something down or take notes or do that, anybody that does would be able to share with you what they've done. Just, yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Debbie, you're probably gonna wish you had. I'm gonna do everything I can to make it through without getting hysterical, or I won't, but I'm gonna try, because I'm already, if you can't tell. Okay. So let's just go ahead and what? Rob, who did you piss off? What? Yikes, Robert, you don't need to type anything, darling. I'm sorry, I missed that. Sam is the secretary. Sammy's on it. So let me get started really quick with just kind of some fun announcements. The glitter shoes did come in today. We'll get those processed, and if there's any other items that I can pull from orders that you have, it won't be tomorrow. I have authority, legal, FBI, FTC, and DA, and some other meetings again. But I will get them processed and get them out to you guys and get them rocking your way. The bralettes will be here in a couple of days. I'll probably just send all that together. So as we get started here, you know, everybody is fully aware. If you're in this group, you're fully aware anyways. And we are going to rely on each of you to spread this word, spread the truth, spread the severity, and help stitch back together the company Lisa and I have worked so hard to build. That this group of 12 people, there's a few. There's a couple in this group. There's a couple of really good customers that when it all comes to light, you guys are going to be shocked. That we know are playing both sides of the fence. And we know have already jumped across. And just so you know that once you jump, there is no coming back. Just because you want to test and see if the grass is greener on the other side, it's usually greener because it's fertilized with bullshit. It's only greener where you water it. Maybe you won't be surprised. Maybe some of you already know. But I think after this video, the severity of what's going on, there'll be no doubt where you'll want to stand, if you stand. Maybe some of you walk away and we get it. We totally get it. We love each and every one of you. If you choose after tonight you never come back to J&L, the best of luck to you. We love you. Thank you for being here. Totally cool. If everybody walks, totally cool. We get it. We get it. In this group, there is only a couple of customers that are legit, that do have items that we haven't serviced. And because of their ill will and the things they've done, we're not going to service. They can suck it. They can contact a credit card and get their money back or do whatever they want, but we won't give them the time of day. What's really sad is that there's some really good customers, including all of you guys that purchase and are current, that their antics by design have hindered us from doing what we need to do. And I know it sounds like a bullshit excuse, but after I tell you what's been going on and what we've been going through, you're going to get it. You're going to understand that I'm not just getting up and taking my fat ass to the pool, hanging out with my daughter, not processing your shit. You're also probably going to feel real shitty for the people that have watched their videos, gotten a little agitated, and emailed us immediately following asking where your stuff is. Because it happens every time. It also happens every time that when they go live, 2 or 3 customers fall off the wagon, demand refunds, file chargebacks, don't want their stuff. Who really did want to purchase here and really did want to hang out, but were again manipulated and persuaded. Lisa and I are nowhere perfect. Nowhere. In any form or fashion of our lives. But this has gone beyond a cause of whoever's appointed who to be the advocate of getting orders taken care of for people that were scammed. Get real, people. If we were scam people, you think all of you guys would be in here buying every week and getting your shit and having fun and doing all that? Get real. It's absurd. So now that I think everybody might be in here, at least a majority, I'm gonna kind of get started, and I'm probably gonna ramble just to keep myself from getting hysterical. Okay, so bear with me. The 7 ways of sideways and the 9 squirrels I might encounter along the way Have patience. So, I'm going to give you guys some names. You're going to write them down. Emily Wilson. You can type them and pin them at the bottom so everybody can see it. I don't care. Just so you have it. And Lisa, help me if I miss somebody. Throw it in there. Emily Wilson. Jamie Bailey Warner. Jackie Blennis. Jennifer Kelly. Jennifer Black. Amanda Smith. Amber Williams. Ada Crandall. Samantha Taylor. Jackie Bartlett. Australia can't save you, bitch. I know she's not on here, but she'll see it the other when I go on the public page. You're fucked. They're fucked. Every single one of them. This is the main group of people that have terrorized our company, that have been moles from inception, that have poached our customer base to come buy their $5 trinket shit and support and blasting us with bullshit. Let's not forget Brooke Wheaton and Katie Bolden, whom are too big of pussies to come forward, but they're in it. You missing an order has nothing to do with trying to hurt somebody's family. Somebody pissed that their package was late or that their pearl fell off their ring is no right to hurt somebody's family. So this group has made a pact. We know who's texting us. We know everything. We know everything. The local authorities and the investigators that we have working on the case are very good at what they do. I'm going to start out by giving you guys a couple of links that I'm begging for my family, and you'll understand in a minute. And I think after tonight, each one of you will log off this video. You'll take an hour of your time, or maybe in the morning, and you'll do it. IC3.gov, the letter I, the letter C, the number 3.gov. This is the Internet Crimes Division. This group has broken so many laws, federal offenses, and we're going after the fullest punishment. They have broken the libel laws, defamation of character, defaming. They have broken they've crossed the line of stalking and harassment. You're also going to, once you go to IC3.gov, you're going to click the red button. This is File a Claim. You're going to see two main links there at the top. This is IC3, and a box over to your left. This is what the investigators today and the FBI asked me to do and have my witnesses or group do on our behalf and theirs. There's going to be two links there that you can click, which is the IC3.gov and the FBI.gov. What's really good about this is you can file the complaint from your perspective, whether you've been directly or indirectly, defamation directly or defamation per se is what the term they gave. Harassed. If you've watched the harassment, if you have any input of what you've seen with the accounts being hacked, bank accounts being hacked, this group defaming and slandering our company, making, YouTube accounts and things where they've clipped items to make it look horrible, and you can put it in there. So today, we turned over and have let them know that it's funny that all these people are trying to say they haven't gotten their stuff, yet we have proof of their chargebacks. If they haven't gotten their stuff, that's why they didn't, because they charged the money back and they're not getting their money and their items. We also turned over proof of theft for each one of the previous consultants that had stole from us. 432 pages, over 432 pages of completed, delivered, customer orders, and shipping details for items. That's not counting the items that were in the package. That's an actual label. 432 pages. But we don't send stuff. We scam customers. And so if you have a specific incident in the past 18 months of us being open for business that you would like to list on both of these websites in reference against, for our company, in favor of our company, we would greatly appreciate you doing that. So let me get into the nuts and bolts and how it's gone by and what's going on. This group thinks it's funny and interesting that our lives now have my front door facing, the cameras facing my front door. So they've put it upon themselves to call the Edmond Police Department. Docket 43196, docket 42475, docket 42119, docket 41875, and docket 41996. Have been called to the Edmond Police Department. Only one has actually come by my home, and that was today at 5:30, and wait till you hear. So I sat down today with Officer O'Neill, 2 detectives, an IT gentleman, and got guidance on how I prosecute this group to the fullest extent and anyone who's involved with them. They're going to help monitor the Facebook account, how videos are tracked, just so you know. This video is pixelated. It's specific to the private group. If you record it and share it, and it gets into their hands and comes back, we're going to be able to trace from here on out where it comes from the authorities. They can track IP addresses, and at this point, the amount of trauma that they've caused and emotional distress, the right people are involved now. And we're happy for that, but we're sad because it's taken a lot of time. So Samantha Taylor and Jamie Warner and Emily Wilson taking it upon themselves, Jackie Blennis, to hurt my family in the hardest way. They don't want their fucking orders. They don't give a shit who gets their right, who gets their wrong. They don't care. So they called DHS. Lady came to my house yesterday, the day before, spent 5 hours. Interrogated my 6-year-old daughter. Said that on our lives, and you despicable people that watch us, encourage that we wave guns, that my husband and I sexually abused my daughter. that I solicit her for sex on camera to you guys. That we abuse her and subject her to drugs. They created a fake news article for the Edmond Sun that said the DEA raided my home and removed my daughter and an elderly woman that we had kept captive and had held hostage. And that they forcibly removed me and another woman in a cowboy hat and only men's underwear, screaming profanities at the neighbors, and that I was harboring a felon. And that I get drunk routinely on camera and brag about sleeping with my daughter to our customers. And this fucking bitch from DHS sat in my house and asked my 6-year-old daughter if she's been sexually molested by her mother and father. And my daughter cried and asked them if we've subjected her and forced her to use drugs. They interrogated my 6-year-old daughter for 2 hours, trying to coerce her to tell them something so they could take her from me. And then searched my home and said I was harboring a felon, that they had witnessed giving my daughter drugs, and that I present her half naked on camera to you guys, and that I sell her at our shows, and that I force her for hours to be on to make money. And this fucking bitch, Samantha Taylor, has called the Edmond Police Department. And you know what their fucking joke is? You know what they're bragging about in their private group that I have screenshots of? They're bragging how funny it would be during the live to watch the Popo knock on my door during a live. And they want to create more fake accounts of you guys so they can laugh. And how about they text my mother at all hours of the night again, and that they start texting Ninny and start figuring out how they can text Doodle and say peekaboo. So Samantha Taylor and Jamie Warner have called the Edmond Police Department. I clearly filed charges today against them and everybody else, because making a false police report and under those pretenses, it's a felony. And today, Sergeant Moeller pulls up to my house while he's on the phone with Samantha Taylor. My husband's checking the mailbox. Me and Doodle are in our swimsuits because I had just got back from doing all my stuff today. And I needed a minute. And we were going down to the pool with my baby girl to just breathe for a second. And he hangs up the phone on his way to my driveway. I obviously send Doodle back in. Told her to go check on Ninny and see if she needed something to eat, and that I'd come get her when I was done talking to the nice officer. And he said, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And he said, "How you doing?" And he said, "Well, I think I'm doing a little bit better than you guys today." He said, "I just got off the phone with this, I gotta be real honest with you, batshit crazy lady." I immediately started laughing because I use that term all the time, and it's an Oklahoma thing, I guess, but I haven't really heard too many police officers use it. And he said, And I said, oh, let me guess, Samantha Taylor. And he said, how did you know? And I said, I just spent 5 hours this morning with 2 detectives at the Edmond Police Department, a representative from the district attorney, on the phone with an IT specialist, and somebody from the FBI.gov that's helping with the FTC and the Internet Crime Division. And they gave me her call-in details. And he said, well, she asked me as I was getting off the phone if I could call her back and tell her what you said. And he said, my response was, do you think this is a game? No, I'm not fucking calling you back and telling you what the accused from you said. Have a nice day. And he hung up on her. He said, I'm not calling her back. He says, this lady's whack-o. And he said, you could tell by talking to her that she's wacko. And I said, so what is it this time? He said, well, did you meet with them this morning? Well, what did they give you? I said, well, here's what they said. A Miss Samantha Taylor from Virginia has made it clear that she does not live in Oklahoma, but has first-hand knowledge that the mother and father and adults all living at my address had drugs and were soliciting their child for not only incestual sex, but on live camera. That they have current weapons and that you should proceed with caution. Bitch, that is swatting, and it's a federal offense. If those officers would have shown up at my house and any of us would have been agitated and they would have shot one of us, you'd have gone to prison for life. I also have proof that the male subject in the home is sexually sleeping with the child. Really? You have fucking proof. I have a gun, and it's a registered 9mm, and it's waiting for your fucking face to show up on my lawn. How about that? So that's what her first report was, I want to know how I press charges. I've been told this is a civil matter. And they stole my doodle gift. I'd also like to report that they are harboring a felon and that they have sexually solicited their 6-year-old daughter for money and forced her to stay up all night long and have withheld her from school to hide it. Oh, I talked to the authorities, Sari. I am free to give any of this information. I have also been told by the authorities that Oklahoma is a shoot now, ask questions later state. That if one of these people show up on my lawn, I got the right to put a bullet right in them and call the police and let them know. And that's exactly what would happen if any of these people ever showed up at my home like they threatened. There is no threats. These are facts. If they come to my home, I have every right. I am prosecuting to the fullest extent. Fullest extent. I will not stop. I don't care what it costs, how much money it takes. I will not stop until every single one of these people loses everything. Because my daughter will never forget the 2 hours she spent because of their false accusations. Do you want to know what else is sad? Is that every time they call, somebody's got to come out. So what I did today was I worked in hand with the deputies and the investigators. And they're working with DHS, and they flagged my address. They also have a patrol car coming by 3 times a day to make sure that my house is not being attacked, that our cars aren't vandalized, that nobody's around that shouldn't be. And Oklahoma's a different state. I know you guys live in a different state, but Oklahoma and Texas are different. I understand. And I asked exactly what I could say, feel, do, and what I get out. And I've been told. They have noted my account and have noted all 12 of these individuals. And if they call into the police department again, or they call DHS, they will, clearly the lady said the case she feels is closed. She's like, I've seen nothing. They told them I didn't have running water or appropriate accommodations for my daughter here. They said everything and anything they could to prompt somebody for sure coming out in lies. And so I'm sorry that, you guys are upset and you haven't got your orders, but this isn't just been going on this week. This is the stuff we've been dealing with behind the scenes that we have not come forward and said. It's the fact that DHS showed up at my house with the questions and the 2 pages of accusations. I've already started the proceedings with a judge, and the investigators today said there's no judge that would deny you a subpoena of who filed that report. Even if they filed it anonymously, they'll be able to track it. And oh, I know, right? And they have coincided their efforts to make sure that we're not able to be harassed through this group, through DHS, so that they can't send somebody out every day to do this to my daughter and family. So then we come to the second factor of them fabricating the Edmund Sun's actual paper. The Edmund Sun is pissed. I'm meeting with the owners in the morning of the paper. This is a paper that shot me to fame. My name has been in the Edmund Sun more than any other person in this town. I made the front page of that paper for 10 straight years. I'm an icon when it comes to that, as their historical sports figure. I'm a community leader. We raised over $1 million for Susan G. Komen with my restaurant. We give back. And the fact that they duplicated this paper is not only a trademark infringement, and the Edmund Sun said that they're going to prosecute to the fullest. Fake news story lists the DEA. It lists the ICE, IC3. It accuses us of kidnapping, child endangerment, and I thought it was funny that the police officer today said that she was batshit crazy, and that he said, wow, she is cuckoo off her rocker. But which today was the first time I had been visited by the police department, and he actually lives in the neighborhood, so he was on his way home and got the dispatch and said, you know what, I'm on my way home, so I'll stop by their house. They're just a block over from me. And then ironically, we were both down at the pool together, so I got to bend his ear a little bit more about the transactions and the transpiry of it. I don't know how they are in their hometown, but I'm a part of mine, and it's a huge town. People know Jamie Fouch. And so for that I'm blessed, because they knew coming up that something wasn't right. And plus they knew, you know, they said that's our job, is to listen to these people and, you know, thwart off what's going on. Guys, this group has cost us over $150,000 to date. Okay? Name me another pearl company or an apparel company out there, or an independent people that isn't a big company like Mantel, or isn't a huge company like LuLaRoe, that could absorb $150,000 of losses and still be here in front of you today. Name me a company that would. Name me a company that wouldn't file bankruptcy, actually file it, not be accused if they have proof we're in the middle of it, which is a joke. Name me anybody who would even be here. This is not a fabricated number, you guys. This is a documented, have detailed proof on hard paper, $150,000 of losses they've incurred us. Do they think we don't have records? That listen, we might not have our shit together when it comes to writing tickets for the party, but we got our shit together in the back office. So, yeah, we're not only suing for that, and anyone else who wants to step up to the plate and get involved, bring it. Whether you're in this group, you're outside this group, or you want to hop on and talk some shit and ask where your orders are when I go live from the public page to give the same information. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up first so that you understood. You deeply understood the level that this group is not after orders, you guys. They're not after writing that a package was lost or a pearl that fell off. This is not this group's intention. They're sick. They're evil. That's what this group is here for. To inflict harm, to hurt. The more people we have come forward that understands the true nature of who Jamie Bailey Warner, Samantha Taylor, Jen Kelly, Jen Black, Amanda Smith, Amber Williams, Katie Bolden, Brooke Wheaton, Shonda Kelly Brown in the past, all of these people, Jackie Bartlett, that all these people, who they really are, and the type of people they are, they would never be able to show their face on social media again, because nobody would buy anything from them. Nobody would support them. They are absolutely horrible. Do you guys understand that if the wrong DHS worker would have shown up to my house, I've never had a visit from DHS. I didn't know my rights and rules and laws. I didn't know I didn't have to let them in. Hell, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. Do you know if the wrong person would have shown up at my door and been half-cocked at the accusations that were presented on paper, that they didn't even have to ask me a question, that they could have removed Alexis from my home for a minimum of 48 hours? And I'd had to fight to get her back. And I've done nothing wrong. So I was told by the investigators today and the head sergeant of police to not let one, and he said, and tell your clients this so that they're educated. You never know when something like that's going to come knocking on your door, pun intended, right? That you, by law, don't have to let a DHS or a worker in unless they have a warrant in hand to search the premises or interrogate the family. And that you should never allow one in your home or talk to them without an attorney present. For not only you, but an attorney that is representative of child advocacy. They recommend 2 attorneys. And they've been threatening other families. They've been threatening other families if they purchase from us, they will find them, they will hack them, and that they will ruin their lives if they come and make more purchases from us. They have not only caused us to date $150,000 plus in losses in current business, they have cost us, I don't know, probably double that in 6 figures of future earnings from business lost. And yeah, DHS is CPS. It's the Child Protective Services. But it's the Department of Human Services and then the division. And the police told me today, I was shocked, the police said, we hate the DHS. If you get the wrong half-cocked person that comes to your house, Department of Human Services, Child Protective Services, it's the same thing, it's just they deal with different divisions. If the wrong one came to your house, he said there's kids they drag out of homes that never should be touched, and there's kids that never get taken out, that die in the home, that should have been removed. Police officer told me that he followed up on a call last week. All these guys come into our restaurant. We know them all by first name. Are you kidding me? And listen, you guys need to understand, there's 3 or 4 of you here in this group that they do nothing but blast out that are moles. In this group right now that's on this live, they do nothing but blast out that you're on both sides of the fence. And we think it's sick. Regardless, we think it's sick that they're even acting like they want to communicate or come do stuff. Charlie, stop eating that frog. Charlie. No. And that he went to a house, the DHS worker called him on a case he followed up with. It was a 13-year-old girl. And she had been mouthy and broke some rules, and the dad spanked her. Spanked her with a belt, or attempted to spank her on the butt with a belt. And she moved, and he caught her on the leg, and it bruised her leg. And a school counselor, never had any issues, turned it in. DHS showed up at their house that evening. Called the local authorities to come out and investigate after the DHS worker met with the family. And the local authority, this gentleman that is a very good friend of ours in business, I mean, he comes and eats at Jersey Mike's all the time, that I spoke with today. And said that he went in and he told the social worker for DHS that, you know, listen, girl was mouthy. She didn't take the trash out. It was her one job. She'd been asked for 3 days and popped off to her dad, and he whooped her ass with a belt one time. She moved, and he caught her on the thigh, and it bruised up for a couple of days. And she said, you can't hit your child. It's child abuse. And he was like, dude, seriously, get a life. I'm not even going to write a report. She was like, so you're telling me you're just going to ignore this situation in a blatant form of abuse? He said, this is an amazing family. He said, the daughter popped off. She's 13. She deserved to get an ass whooping. Yeah, I'm not writing a report. Just takes the wrong person. They have so crossed the line. And I even asked today, I said, so you're telling me that I'm 41 years old and this is probably the least drinking house you're ever going to meet in America. Like, for real. That unless they just don't drink because they've had a problem. I said, you're telling me it's illegal for me to have a live 18 and up show and drink some alcohol while I'm there, and even if my daughter is in the home, I'm not going anywhere? No, it's not illegal whatsoever. So you're telling me at 18 and up show that just because my daughter might be in the home or a different part of the house, or when she comes in there, we don't do 18 and up, I mean, it's calmed down, that's in jeopardy of me losing my child? No, the show kind of sounds fun. Can I have the link so I can come and order? Well, according to DHS and the things that were accused, that, you know, those are the rights of what they're claiming that I should lose my daughter over. So, Lisa, do you have anything to add? I'm pretty exhausted, and I'm definitely going to work on I do have, there's 6 or 7 packages for people that are pretty time sensitive that I did get done this evening, even though I was exhausted for you guys, and I will get those in the mail tomorrow on my way in to meet with the owner of the Edmonds Sun local paper here. And I will get those out. And here's what Lisa and I have kind of thought we wanted to do. I mean, you guys, it's not just about us. I mean, we don't want any of this for you guys either. I mean, we want this group to be done, and we want to be able to go forward and build our business. We want you guys to be able to bring friends and customers in and have fun, because that's what it should be, a safe place to just have fun. And, you know, I still stand and tell you guys, listen, I have no problem picking you guys out generic shit, just super generic stuff. I know it's hard for them to believe, but I'm working real hard with Francis on getting these Barks handmade. The blue ones are done. The green ones are done and almost on their way. The blue ones are on their way. The glitter shoes that I have in here are handmade. The supplier handmade these for us. Haven't found the material in the white I want. The one they sent me, I didn't like. It looked plasticky and I didn't like it. I told them to go back to the drawing board. I'd like something just like the blue and the white. Lisa works her fucking ass off to go find jewelry that is amazing. Our custom line is custom line. If you guys notice, the blue and yellow pearl ring that I wear is supposed to be a Mantel exclusive, and yeah, not so much. But we've really tried hard to find exclusive stuff for you guys. The 4th of July stuff I was able to order, it wasn't handmade. It was all stuff that they had on clearance ready to get going because the holiday was so close. I spend hours upon hours of my time looking for unique runs, handmade run items of things that we provide for you guys. It's a lot of work, and I'm very prideful of it. And so, yeah, the 3 to 5 week time window when that type of shit's out the door, I don't control when the people want to get it. And then like the handbags, I mean, hell, I didn't know they were going to move warehouses. I mean, I don't know what it takes to move a whole company that has millions of items into a new warehouse, unpackage it, process it, you know, re-put it in the system and inventory it, and then catch up back on the orders. Couldn't even imagine having a company that size and have to do that. But I know we'll get it when I get it, and I know that I paid for it for y'all, and as soon as they come, I won't be a happy little kid to send it out. And I just understand. Are you kidding me? I don't even have to get off 5. I've given her like 2 pow-pows in my entire life because she popped off to Ninny and thought she was a little big for her britches, and I swatted her on the leg and said, next time it'll be a real one. And that's all it took for her. I don't even get off at 5, 4. If I even pass 4 and I get to 3, she knows she's in trouble and she's going to lose her iPad or get disciplined like that and lose the things she loves. It's so asinine to have even had them sit down and interrogate us and, you know, saying they've seen me and Sean fist fight on camera. We argue, but I rule the fucking roost, and the arguments aren't going to go on too long because at the end, what I say goes. I don't wear the pants in the family because my ass is bigger. And I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, Charlie, what you got in your mouth? Oh, I thought it was the frog. Thank God it's his little toy. And listen, I mean, like I said, there's so many things that we could do right and do better. Right now, we can't even get past this group. They bog us down with hours and hours of emails, and we have to look at them because we don't know if it's good customers or not until we look at them. But by the time we read them, it wastes time. And, you know, what Lisa said there is so true. And one of my real good buddies, we are looking at going on TV, and our legal team and the people we've contacted here is interested in going after Facebook for us in their continued efforts to clean up Facebook and knock off all this stuff. My good buddy Scott Hines, Super sweet. Super sweet. He is the main TV investigator of In Your Corner here in Oklahoma. And we're going to be sitting down with him and, you know, giving him a huge story and letting him run with it. And he's the type, he's real good. He loves to travel and get statements from people. And I think he'll be contacting each one of these scammers. And, you know, and they're going to continue to send stuff to the Attorney General and, you know, gather information. You know, what's really funny is it's turned into a social media platform babysitting war. He said, she said, here's the type of people you're dealing with, blah, blah, blah. And you know, why one person has the right with the Attorney General to quote another person's account is beyond me. But I think once they get this report, there isn't anything they can file, do, or turn in that is gonna you know, I lied to Doodle. I told her, well, I didn't really, I did lie to her, but it wasn't that type of lie. When we pulled Doodle out of school and put her in homeschool, you don't have to declare your child in the state of Oklahoma. There's no paperwork you need to fill out. You just have to have a piece of paper on file at her school that says that you've declared her homeschooling and that she will not be returning for the semesters. And they did say that even if she completed all of her work, had straight A's and whatever, at this age, that it could be a routine DHS checkup randomly at some point. I mean, when you declare people like that in Oklahoma, there's no track. You fall out of the system. And so I just told her, you know, Crystal Williams is over there saying how we don't actually send tracking numbers, that we send, what'd she say? That we don't send real tracking numbers. We send tracking numbers on free shit for people and say those are the items included. No, the detailed ledger is on every single one of your labels. If you look up in the memo to the right, like top right of the name, it tells everything that's in that package that we sent with a detailed note of what's missing. So miss me with that. Crystal wants to play both sides. Fuck her too. You know, I think it's funny that all these people quit and, you know, Ada Crandall left us owing over $1,400 and I post that, but yet we're the bad guys. We're always the bad guys. And I don't mind being the bad guy. But what they did, and included my daughter and family. Ninny's been so sick she hadn't even been able to get out of bed. And woe be unto him if my mother has a heart attack or has something because of the stress of this. The absolute level of stress they have caused in our lives is unimaginable. But we're ready to stop. So here's kind of what we thought. I told her anyways that it was just a routine checkup. I said that once, you know, occasional kids that are homeschooled, and especially the little ones. I said that's an agency that protects children in case something goes wrong or they lose track of a child in the system. You know, they come out occasionally, and unfortunately they have to ask those questions, and they're so crazy and mean. And I'm sorry if it confused you. Don't be scared. Nothing's wrong. And she's okay. She was really distraught yesterday. She was off, and she wouldn't leave my side all day yesterday. I mean, clung to me like an infant. Didn't just sleep with me last night, wouldn't even move. And then, of course, then the police officer again came by today. And I think the only thing that saved her on that one is she recognized him as being our neighbor back here. And she plays with his daughter, Bregan. So Crystal Williams, she quit saying that, you know, she has no ill will, she just has some other things going on, she just can't do it anymore, blah, 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 and she owes us $400 and something. So don't even let her try to tell you that we owe her money. She never did even pay for her feature shit, so double fuck her. And, let me tell you this really quick. The investigators today, they'll be sending some IT people by to kind of look at our stuff and link in and see if they can do some things to kind of give us some buffers and protect from some things and track all the people that come in so they can capture their locations and stuff like that, so that it'll be easier to go through. And the investigator today, the head investigator, told me, so I said, well, what's going to happen when the little moles that are in our private group and I go live publicly, and some surprises we have coming for the big group, for the scammers, happen. And I said, and they get scared and shut their shit down and change pages. If you guys haven't noticed today, they shut one of the scammers' pages down and have started and have activated one of the other ones. They're running. They're trying to hide their shit of slander and harassment and all this stuff, right? They're trying to bounce around to be hard to trace. I was told today verbatim, there is a simple URL available to law enforcement in the IC3 division and the FTC, DA, and FBI. He said, how do you think we track drug dealers and pedophiles and things that they're doing? He said, you can delete it, you can burn it, you can erase it, and in one URL, we can bring it back. He says, so there is nothing that they can hide. They can't delete a video, delete a post. It's forever embedded in the code of Facebook and on the internet. It's a digital paper, and it's a digital ledger and timeline of your entire life. He said, and that includes your cell phones. He said, there is nothing that we cannot retrieve. He said, so let them. Let them move. Let them block. Let them do what they're doing. He said, because there's nothing they can hide. And they can not only track them down, they can actually pull deleted information that they're trying to hide so that they're not in as much trouble based on what's coming their way. Oh, they're going to get served. All 12 of them. 7 of them will get served again. But 12 of them are going to get served total. But this time it won't be stopped with a threat and intent to sue. It will be immediately followed with a judgment of sue. And the financial restitutions that are attached to it. And there will be nobody that can hide. Because I probably would have let it go, but to watch my daughter sit for 2 hours and the fear and anxiety she had in her heart and the devastation that I held in mine was it. So, I hope they're prepared for the game they started, because I'm about to finish it. And it's not going to go down how they think. See, a lot of them have just had hearsay. Have you guys noticed the pattern over there? There's a few customers. There's several that have missed the point that they filed chargebacks, like I said, and got their money, and some of them actually even got their shit. Double whammy does. We don't care. Have you noticed that the rest of them are consultants that are jumping on the bandwagon? Like a family reunion. Good, because all you turds are about to get flushed down the toilet bowl together. So, again, Lisa, do you have anything else to add? I'm going to close it out. And if you guys have questions or anything like that, I mean, there is nothing to hide at this point. And I think what we've here was what we actually proposed this today, and they thought it was a good plan as a kind of balance between our business and taking care of what we've got to take care of to actually go forward and try and shut them down and proceed. I mean, it takes time. So here's what we thought. We thought we'd grab our customers, we'd rock out, we'd do 4 to 6 parties, we sell them out, 50 tickets a party. Let's do some fun pulls. Let's have some fun together here to close out June. Show the love we have for each other. And then we're going to take 5 to 10 days. We're going to take 2 weeks, but we're going to take 5 to 10 days. And we're going to process every order to date and get them all sent out to you guys to where we're clear. There might be a few of those 6 parties that maybe an item's not ready yet on the run, but I will tell you, if there's a comparable item on something that they're hand making that I can get that's already in their queue, I will replace the item and get it sent to you guys. So we thought about doing like 6 parties, couple this weekend. You know, maybe Thursday, maybe tomorrow, depending on how it goes, how exhausted I am. But like Friday, Saturday, and then doing like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday to close out the month. During that time, I'll obviously get your 4th of July stuff sent out, but doing 5 or 6 parties. Have a fun, like $30 ticket night, 50 tickets a party. Get all your guys' stuff sent out, and then we go dark for about 20 days. 10 of it's to process not only the current, like to get everything sent out to you guys, and like to go dark means that we can't go live, and we're not even going to deal with them because we've already started the proceedings, and that'll give, because the investigator says it's going to take from today 10 to 15 days for them to get everything together. It gives you guys time to go to the IC3 and the FBI.gov. You can go to IC3.gov and find both of them. Once you click the red button, they'll both be right there on the left-hand side. It could take 5 minutes. It could take an hour, depending on how in-depth and the amount of information you'd like to type in there for our company and your personal experiences on behalf of our company against this group. I do prompt you to use those people's names. I'm going to post their names. We have the names. We'll post it in the group. Then we'll use the rest of that time to actually sit down with the legal proceedings that we need to stop all this stuff with the Attorney General, really meet and get in depth with the FTC, the FBI, the DA, and the IC3, because they will have investigators calling us back. I will be working daily with the Edmond Sun to prosecute them to the full extent of the fake news article that they wrote and are spreading around Facebook. And Emily Wilson and Jamie Bailey Warner created that one. I will be daily contacting the Edmond Police Department and the DHS to make sure that they're working together and keeping my file up to date so that, you know, we don't get any unexpected visitors, or that people, you know, aren't harassing us because they're calling in. And the guy said today, this lady's wacko, and I can promise you, because I'm not going to call her back, she's probably going to blow us up. He said, and we will just take her call and then hang up and move on. He said, we're not even going to write a report from here on out. He said, it's ridiculous. He said, and it's a waste of our time. And I told the DHS worker, you know what I'm just as upset about is the devastation I feel today for my family and what my 6-year-old just got put through. And hold on, and I'll address that stuff. Hold on. I lost my train of thought. There was a couple of comments. Oh, Rob, it's okay, definitely. I totally agree. And you know what? There might be a phone number when you guys log on. I just submitted mine online like they asked me to. But anyways, I'll be working closely with the DHS and the police department to make sure that they're not able to harass me through them and do all that. And then I will be calling each of their hometowns local authority to file a report there based on the report I have here in Edmond for the false accusations, so that a deputy can go by and pay them a visit. And I think that's a really good thing, because here's what that would do. We need the fun, you guys. We need the parties with you guys, because we need something to catapult us into this journey. We're exhausted. We're emotionally exhausted. We're spent. The 6 parties is basically, that's what we would do for the end of the month. and it would really catapult us in for that support to rock out 5 or 6 sold out parties, give us that momentum of love and support and fun, which we would have anyways, right? Even if this didn't happen, we would have that anyways. And then know that we had the support to go out over the next, while processing orders through that time, but to really go out then over that next 5 or 10 days and do nothing but get every order sent out to you guys to date to where there's nothing outstanding. And that gives us time to go and prosecute these people and shut them down. That way when we come back, let's say the middle of July 15th or so, be 3 to 4 weeks for this whole process, we're partying like we used to and together and not having to worry about any of this stuff. And it's got to happen or we're done, because I'm not going to subject my family or daughter to what happened ever again. It's not warranted and it's ridiculous. And I so appreciate that, Sari. It's so crazy, like it's all we can do to focus on getting what we got to get done, but to really catapult. So let's do that, you guys. Let's finish the month out strong. Let's ignore this group. We've started the proceedings. I at least have the confidence now to know that I have met with the right people in the legal system that can protect me and protect my daughter. And that's what I want to do. And other than that, they can't do anything else to us at the moment unless they physically show up here. And so let's party. Let's band together. Let's have fun. That's right. Let's knock it out. 5 or 6 parties. Then we close out June. Here's what I don't want. The other parties, not only emotionally, do me and Lisa need this to catapult forward and know that what we're doing is not in vain and that we just haven't given our heart and soul for 18 months into something that nobody really gives a shit for. I mean, we love you guys. Like, we would miss every single one of you if we didn't get to come on and interact with you. This has become our life the last 2 years. And, I mean, we would truly be sad. And, oh, don't forget that I forgot to tell you that one of them was able to hack my information and, log in and jank around with some Secretary of State stuff in our business entity. That's coming too to them. So, they think they're slick. That's right, Sarah, you hit the nail on the head. If we ignore, then they only talks amongst themselves. And that's what I encouraged you guys the other night to not go over and be a part, because when they see you there or they know that you're watching, they feel that they have an opportunity. They still have a chance. Like, so you're saying, I have a shot. You're here. You either like the drama and you want to be a part of it, or you're not really for us and you're over there because you're eventually going to cause some shit. Because we got a customer right now that always plays the victim. And she thinks that we don't know who she is. And we don't care how much money she spends here. And it's not Karen Morgan. She thinks that we don't care and that we don't know. But we know. She done jumped off the fence on the other side and she'll never come back. She don't know she'll never come back, and she doesn't know we know that she's on the other side of the fence. But boy, is she gonna get blasted. And we're just done playing. And I love it. I love, listen, I love that you guys put the warrior pictures up. And Regina, I love you, dear sweet soul. Thank you so much for consoling me the other night when I just needed an ear to bend. I appreciate it. Oh, you're okay, Amy. And I understand. Listen, here's what I understand, and I want to, on both Regina and everybody else's side, I totally get. I love that the ones of you who want to put the warriors up. We love it, but don't feel bad if you don't. I understand there's some of you that just don't get into that type of thing, and it's not that you don't want to show support. We get it. We totally get it. And so, don't feel bad about that. I know there's some of you guys that are just like, listen, I love you guys and I want to help in any way, but I'm just not into all that. Totally get it. So, let me see here. What did Lisa say? It is true, and that's why I haven't really, I wished I could have kept all this from Lisa. I really wish I could have, but there was just no way with to the level they took it. And really quick though, before I go, and I know this doesn't really have any direct effect on you guys, but Sari, I'm going to be setting an email up for you and Ashley Phillips and Samantha Elliker, and they're going to, till you can, pun intended, get on your feet and just, your health is the most important thing, and there isn't any newbie or gift or, guys, we love you, but the packages are not our sole concern right now. Protecting my family is. And getting this business back on track to where we know it should be and can be for you guys in the future, or what are we doing it for, right? If at this point we can't band together and really take a collective effort to stop this nonsense, then it's not safe for us to do anymore, and it's not worth it. I can't go through this emotional trauma, and I won't subject my daughter to it. But until you can get back on your feet, Sari, that's the most important thing to us. I'm going to have Ashley and Sam step in and use your exact system so that when you pick it back up, it's right where you left it off, and you're not having to tweak stuff and mess with it. And they're going to start doing some of not only the recon for the newbies, but recon of people that come in. You guys are going to continue to have a random order number that we're going to rotate around so that we are assured that until I really do have the proceedings and let you guys know the papers have been filed, and within the next 10 days they're going to be served, sued, and a gag order bound, that they can no longer come to our lives, solicit, contact one customer, and if they do, they're going to go to jail. They're going to be subject to fine and jail time. That's what I'm going after. And what sucks is a couple of them are, let me tell you guys, how do you think Jen Black's going to fare being a single mother with an autistic son? And she gets sued for slander, harassment, defamation of character, defaming per se, libel, and physical threats, and emotional trauma to an elderly woman with her single mother autistic son. How do you think Jen Black's going to fare at that time? You think she's going to send anybody else some old peekaboo motherfucking messages? You think it's worth it to her for all this shit? She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's a part of. Would it be worth it to you? If you were a single mom, taking care of all that shit, and then you had to go to court every day and miss time from work and can't provide financially because you're in court proceedings, because you're getting sued for trying to harm another family? She think this is a game? I know, sis. So, I'm giving that as one example. And there's nowhere they can hide now. Don't let the little chicken shit motherfuckers be like, oh, that's it, I'm done. I didn't know it was going to go to this level. Like, I'm out. I'm going to deactivate that account. Fucking deactivate it. Because the authorities can pull it back up and see what you've done. There's no hiding. There is not a rock. Jesus cannot hide them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, really think about that, you guys. With the information I've given you tonight, go through that list. Go through that list that I posted of people. And I want you to look at who they have and what they have to lose. Every one of them have children. Every one of them. And I want you to really look at them and figure out, is this really worth it? Why would you jeopardize and really attack what's going on? And listen, here's the deal. I know some of you are sitting here right now going, there's at least 5 people in this group that have probably think they are slick and have recorded this video, and I'm not telling you to not share it, but I'm just telling you I'll find out who you are, I'll know. Because I know their every move. And I really hope, for Drama's sake, and for the sake of actually being a mole in this current live, that you would think twice. Knowing, I'm telling you, how much it would hurt my daughter and my family. Just saying. Oh, they know, because I've planted it with a couple of people that I knew would tell them a little bit. I know they know. I also know that people that are currently right here, right now, I've already told them. It's okay. See, I'll forgive you. I'm going to include you in the proceedings, but I forgive you. Just saying. It's not a game anymore. The only games are Plinko, Pop Darts, Pluck a Duck, and High-Low. And the chess that I cheat out of for the ones that I like the most. Other than that, no more games. So, we truly love you guys. We're going to put out the party list. And it doesn't matter that they know before we go live on the public page. I know they know. Right now. I've already gotten 7 or 8 messages that they know the content of what's going on right here. But it's okay. I know, Rob. I know, Kim, right? So, it's sad that here's what's sad. They're so delusional, they're going to think that this is smoke and mirrors. And they're going to deny every bit of it. But again, if you would like to check 43196, 42475, 42119, and 41875 belong to Sam Taylor. And her call that was made at 5:30 p.m. today to the Edmond Police Department that Sergeant Moeller showed up at my house, who's my neighbor, said she was batshit crazy and that he wasn't calling her back as he could tell she was cuckoo and that there's something wrong with this lady. Said that they would not be returning to my home and that they were so sorry for the inconvenience and that I definitely should proceed because this is much bigger than the Edmond Police Department and they hope that I get the restitution and the justice that I deserve. So, oh, Miss Samantha Taylor. And which one is it for Samantha, y'all? For the people that are relaying. Can you ask Miss Samantha which one is it? She didn't have a lot of money to make a lot of purchases. She only bought a few things. 4 sentences later, before they got off on talking about my daughter's bedtime and why it's a concern of them and that it should be done at 8 p.m., you're out hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So which one is it, Sam? Can you not afford to buy here because you're on a fixed income of disability in Virginia from the cell phone you called? Or are you out hundreds and hundreds of dollars in items? Stephanie Freeman owes me $1,500, so she can go fucking rot in hell too until further notice. So, if you're friends with her, I would suggest that you block her too. Now, Stephanie hasn't actually posted anything to my knowledge over there that is worthy of going after. She has her own drama with, you know, her daughter and kid and stuff like that. She's an ex-consultant. And let me address this little Nerium thing. It's my last thing I'm going to address, and I'm going to get off. I think it's funny that 7 of them, so just so you know, 7 people in a group of several were begging for extra money. I'm very successful in Nerium. I'm a team of 30,000+ in 8 countries. I've changed thousands of lives. Retired people, helped them earn 6-figure incomes. It's been amazing. It's called network marketing for a reason. If you don't work it, it doesn't work. And it ain't net set on the couch, draw my disability, and try and cheat the government and hope I get rich marketing. So I paid for all of these people $550 a pop to come into Nerium to give them a chance. And I also kept my credit card on their account for their product each month so that they'd have a chance for over 6 months to kickstart it. I provided assistance and training and links that they could go to, and told them I'd provide them the free sample products so that if they had any people just to send them to me. None of them. Oh, Stacey Irwin's been cozy with them. You know Stacey's excuse is, Colleen? Customs won't let her send our 300 oysters. Her and Rita have 600 oysters between the 2 of them that they stole from us. Rita Yartlett, who's relaunching her pearl business, the Pearl Essence. Customs ain't keeping your shit, Stacey. You just don't want to send it back because you're going to try and sell it and keep the money. They have 600 oysters between the 2 of them sitting in Australia. What do you think Rita's going to use to launch her new business? So, anywho, I paid for them to come in. 7 of them. $545 and like 50-something cents a piece. So don't embellish at $5.50. And I paid for their monthly auto delivers to the tune of $175 a month times 7 for 6 months. And they want to send Nerium a compliance letter stating that I fraudulently added them to the company and that I stole from them and my credit card's on file. Good job, you guys. So Isaac calls me from compliance. I'm one of the top 10 earners in the company. Are you kidding me right now? You don't think that I know the whole staff at Nerium and I'm friends with Jeff Olson and the owners? Call me. It's like, hey, got a crazy letter stating that I don't know how you managed it, but you bought people in and you used your credit card, yet you stole from them. So I'm supposed to kick you out of the company and take your commissions and file charges against you. He was like, hey, am I going to see you in Vegas in a couple weeks? And I was like, probably, Isaac. He was like, all right, Fouch, have a good day. We'll talk later. I just thought I'd let you know I have to do my job. These people are crazy. They're going to stop at no lengths to try and disrupt my life. So, just so you know, we have documentation, guys. We haven't told you that anybody... Katie Arkle stole $1,500 from us. We paid Katie Arkle's electric bill 5 times in 1 month. Because her electric was going to get shut off. We paid her every dime of every commission on time the entire time she was here. And she walked with $1,000 of inventory. But we owe her. We've got... They'll hang themselves. I'm not going to out the moles. They'll hang themselves. And they will. And listen, here's the deal. They're going 100%. I'm not going to, at least I'm not going to play any bones about it. There's some fence walkers and other side of the fence jumpers that are in this thread right now. It's okay. We have nothing to hide. It's okay. We're going to get rewarded for doing it right. We have every single piece of evidence, literature, all of our findings can't be fabricated. We have ledgers of every oyster, of everything that has been sent to every single consultant, the money that has been exchanged back and forth for what cause, and we have that all tied together with the amount of oysters that we have ordered that coincide with that exact number for auditing purposes of our internal review. Plus, we had to have that to turn it into our CPA as a bad debt so that we aren't eating that money and we're able to use it as a write-off in the sales that we have earned, which have been a lot. So, we have it all documented. There is no hearsay over here like they got over there where they've played the telephone game and now facts have gotten all jumbled and run together and distorted. And you don't know who's saying what about who and if they're even telling the truth. And maybe there was some truth to it, but we don't even know what they're talking about now. I mean, we've told them all along if there is a customer that we have flat missed. I don't know how we've missed it because we've transcribed every line of every party back through October and then have done all of August. I'm not really sure at this point why we'd even go back that far. If you missed shit, I'm sorry, but we made a mistake or you didn't send it in and fuck. I don't know. But we have transcribed every line of every party and item, verbal that was promised. And I mean, short of knowing how large the circumference of your pussy hole is, we've got it. And we're working on it. But when shit like this occupies us for weeks at a time, and we get hundreds of bogus emails we have to sift through, we don't even know what's what anymore and who's asking for shit. You want to know why we missed your message? Go ask the scammers because they sent us 200 emails today about stupid shit that doesn't apply to anything. And we got to read it all because we don't know who's who. True that, sis. And let me just tell you this, their little thing about, oh, the contracts that we signed were void because you didn't have your business entity. First of all, it doesn't matter because we both entered into a mutual agreement that was verbally and written. You signed it, I signed it, with a date, as effective at that moment. And the second time that we updated the contracts and you signed it was a double whammy. The first one is totally binding, but as a company, we have the rights to change our policies and procedures in terms of our legal agreements, and that's what we did to protect ourselves. And guys, don't make any bones about it. When these people quit was when their free gravy train ran out and we started charging for oysters, like every other company does. Then they couldn't hack it. They couldn't afford it. They couldn't do it because they weren't working anyways. See, before we gave them the opportunity to work for free up front, and us collect on the back end using their time as leverage because we wanted to be good. We wanted to help people. And we got taken advantage of. And you guys listen, it's only normal to wonder who the moles are. But it's okay. Don't consume yourself with it. Stay focused on the positive energy to help our company. It doesn't affect you who they are. It's only going to hurt them in the end. And it's okay. And trust me, it's all going to work out in the end. It'll just be better if our core group of people here that we know are with us are here when we get back and help party with us for the next 2 weeks to really bang up, show those scammers, you are scum. This company is awesome. I'm tooting it right now. We work harder than any company out there at providing you unique, top-of-the-line items. For the amount of stuff we give you toward the money you pay is unheard of. The hard work we have to hit those margins with these companies is we work tirelessly to do it. And we emotionally need it. We do. We emotionally need it to propel ourselves into the fight of our lives, to protect our family and shut these people down once and for all, to where they can't even come near us or you. We're submitting a list of all of our customers. We're going to submit a list of all of our customers and tell them we don't want any of these people ever contacted again by these people as long as they're a customer here. And if they are, these customers are going to tell us, and we're going to prosecute them further. That if they even reach out to you and try and solicit you or spam you after when we get done, they're going to be done. And it is. And I mean, like I told you, let's rock 50 plays, $30. Let's rock it out for the next 2 weeks. Let's grab 5 or 6 parties under our belts, keep our normal rhythm. The only reason I picked 5 or 6 parties is that's our normal rhythm. That gives us 2 next week, 2 the week after. We're going to go to the 4th of July, have some fun. At that time, we're going to be processing, getting everything out to you guys, around the holiday, and then we're going to spend the next however 10 or 15 days it takes to finish these legal proceedings and bury them. And dig in with our legal team and be able to do that. And that's what I meant by going dark. I mean, we'll still be contacting you guys in here and having fun. We're just not going to be live. We're not going to be answering emails. We're not going to be doing that. We know what you guys have. I know you think we don't. And if you have a special request or you got to have something in a certain time frame or whatever, I mean, well, we get it. And Cheryl, I need that at the IC3.gov. I need that in an email. And guys, I asked you guys to write an email to however many is in this group, and we've gotten 7. Even if you haven't been directly affected, you've witnessed what's gone on, and we need you. And at this point, if you can't take 30 minutes and do that, then you're not with us. You're not even against us. You shouldn't even be here. Go ahead and get out now. I'm that serious about it. If what happened to me and my family, my daughter's not enough to push you on the side you should be on, if you're going to stay here so that we can have some fun, you don't need to be here. Go on. You can send it to info@frostedtreasure.com so that we can print it out, put it in our folder for the investigators. Because I hope you understand, I'm going to leave you with this, I hope you understand that there has not been one bit of fabrication tonight on my behalf. We are going after the fullest penalty possible for every single one of the 12 people, maybe 16 involved. Okay? I'm going to ask you 2 things. Ignore them. Don't go over. Don't make your presence known. If you want to stay out of the drama. If you don't go over, they have nobody else to talk to but themselves. And share their lies back and forth. And fight and try to figure out who the mole is. Maybe there's not a mole. Maybe I have an investigator that's tapped into their shit. Who knows? All I know is I know. I know. And so do the authorities, because they have it all. And they're watching. I don't even know why I missed Tina Randall's name. I have her sitting right here. I'm so sorry I missed Tina Randall's name. Please add her to the list. I don't even know why I missed that name. I'm literally looking at it right here. Thank you for that. Wow, how I missed Tina Randall. But, so don't go over there and, stop filling the fire. Don't go over there and make yourself known and, and get involved. And if you block, they can't reach you. If you block that list, they can't reach you. Set your Facebooks to friends only to where they can only see your profile if you're already friends with them. That way you have to approve everyone who requests you. Those are a few things that you can do to help simmer down any of the outside noise. And, oh yeah, there's no doubt. And I'm so sorry that I forgot Tina Randall. I don't even know why I'm looking at her name right here on my clipboard. And Kim is, and she's, like I said, there's 12 to 16. And yes, Kim Fuller is one of them, but she's up Crystal's ass. And, you know, here's the deal. It's not about the customers that have gone over there to vent their shit or whatever. Because if somebody really wants their shit, they know where to contact us. If they've been a customer, they know how to contact us to get their items. Okay? It's not a 24-hour turnaround. Y'all see the shit we're dealing with. And nobody that's, oh, I've missed a ring for you is going to get their shit on Monday. If you really want your stuff that's past due and you've been that person that's really caused some problems, be patient. We're definitely going to get it to you. We've never not serviced anybody. And yes, Kim Fuller is definitely one of them. She's one of the instigators. She loves to be around the drama. She's a shit talker. Now, she hadn't said anything necessarily to get her prosecuted. But again, she's one of the ones being watched in the fabrication area so that she's not... Listen, they're getting all these people to go live, and the ones that have said no to go live, they're trying to give them things to say so that they have the content, and then when they get stuck, they're calling in Jen Kelly and Jackie Blennis on the split screen and doing all that. Okay? So, it's beyond ridiculous, Coan. So just know that we hope you guys understand. We also hope that you'll take the time to go to ic3.gov. That's the link. There's going to be a box on your left-hand side. Click the red button to file a claim. Then on the left, the top two links. The third one's like child endangerment or trafficking or something. I'm not really sure. The top two links are going to be ic3.gov and fbi.gov. And fill out both of those areas just to the best of your knowledge. Please feel free to list my name and as the owner and my cell phone number and the company's website and anything like that. Just any information you feel is pertinent against this group or people that have, you know, caused any of this, okay? So I hope that you guys will take a few minutes of your time to do that. Again, depending on how in-depth you want to be, it could take you 5 minutes, it could take you an hour. But I definitely hope it's going to be worth it in order to be able to pull that in and proceed. And it is, you know, Amy, it's really sick that you have to watch who you friend because this hasn't been a problem. And listen, once they suck everything they can out of us, this is what I don't want to happen. They're going to move on to somebody else. Eventually, it's going to be somebody else. And not on my watch. It's not going to happen. Yeah, right? If we actually had a folder, Sharon, but the real fuck you folder, absolutely, those, and there might be 20 guys. There's probably, in all reality, 12 to 20, but the 12 have been bad. And that includes Tina Randall. Absolutely, Lisa. And I mean, we can't help when people have a disorder or whatever. And I mean, there's only so much we're going to do to chase somebody down if she has a list of things she needs, but we need answers back. And if you don't get back to us, what do you expect us to do? So a lot of these people, well, a lot of the 10 people or 11 people, we waited on them to get us answers back of what you want to do. Things are discontinued and not available anymore. When you don't answer us back, there's just not much we can do. I mean, we've definitely tried, and we've contacted every customer about resolution, whether we've gotten the answers back or not. I mean, there's just so much we can do. And Sarah, please take your time and don't worry about it. Just I'm going to put you and Sam and Ashley in a group, and just at your convenience. There's no rush. Here's my goal, you guys. I would like to At the end of the 2 weeks, I'd like to make sure that all of the newbies to date that have been verified actually have their free party and are caught up. That way we can use not only the time that we're sending out you guys' stuff to get your orders completely current, like do the 6 parties, sent out. We'd like to re-kick off that program consistently when we come back, because we'll be free to actually be in a safe place and have some fun. And I'd love for you guys to bring your friends in, and, you know, we'll make some adjustments on our end too to make sure it's conducive for everybody. We're going to have fun. We're just going to get back after it. Yeah, there's no doubt. And here's the last thing. I'm actually going to leave you with this, and I'm getting off. Don't fight amongst yourselves. Listen, we're just being very transparent. We know that there are a couple to a few that are riding both sides, and do communicate with them. And again, it's okay. They're not doing anything with you guys, and I know it's despicable, but they'll hang themselves. And you can't run. There's always going to be somebody. You're never going to be protected, okay? You guys, listen, there's only so much we know each other. Y'all know each other. You're on social media. Unless you're actually family or you've met each other in person, I mean, come on. We're internet friends. So don't lose sleep over the people that might not, you know, hang around for life and here in our, you know, Pearl Mafia. But we are going to party. I need to see how tomorrow goes, because I'm exhausted, and I meet again in the morning with the owner of the Edmond Sun, and then I've got some further meetings with the DA, the FBI, the FTC, and then an investigator with the IC3 will be calling me back to kind of tie it all together. I'll be checking back up with the Edmond Police Department and the DHS to make sure they're on the same page, because they were going to work together, file paperwork on my address to make sure, like, I already know that the cop has already come by to patrol the area. I saw his deer light come over my house. I'm sure they'll send somebody back around. We've got a couple. I live across the street from a police officer, and there's one right behind me. And so there's several in the neighborhood. I think actually there's 9 in the neighborhood. So they're definitely going to be patrolling. Yeah, and that's, Lisa, I told him that earlier, absolutely, to reiterate that. So here's what I can promise you guys from the bottom of my heart. We know exactly what you have in orders. I promise you, you're going to get every one of your items. They're going to be amazing. I am sorry that we're behind. We're dealing with a lot of stuff. I hope you're going to be patient, and I hope that you allow us to work through this and get us back to a point where our business can thrive and have fun with you guys. Is something we think about every single day, and that's what we're attempting to do. We're asking you guys, let's go forward. We've sold out every party in the last however many months. Let's do it again for 5 or 6 more to close the month out on our normal routine. Let's get some awesome items in there. There's a bunch of new stuff that's come on the site that I'm going to use tomorrow. We need to probably go through. We'll probably party Friday and Sunday. We'll have a fun Friday night bash. We might just go Saturday night this week and then kick it up hardcore for the last 2 weeks, you know, 2 full times in June, and hit those 5 or 6 parties. And then we're going to get all your orders processed and sent to you, everything. As we go, we're going to send some things. I said we're going to send a few orders tomorrow. I'm going to get that taken care of in the morning on the way to where I'm going with the Edmond Sun. And the glitter shoes will go out when the bralettes will get here. I'll be processing more items. And then we're going to be completely current with you guys. And then we're going to take a couple of weeks, and we're going to go fight these motherfuckers, and we're going to shut them down. We're going to get them away from my family and get them away from our company. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to rock 2018 out together. And we're going to bring newbies in. We're going to share it, and we're going to blow it up and have fun like we did the first year. And we're just going to forget this last 6 months. How about that? We're going to forget that October through now has happened, because it's been so traumatic for everyone involved. So, we love you guys. None of you guys are a pain. Trust me, guys. We don't mind the inquiries. We really don't. We don't mind you guys asking where you're. We get it. We totally get it. Listen, I just got something in the mail. I mean, I'm a little different than you guys. I just got something in the mail I ordered like 25 weeks ago. It was supposed to be here in 2 weeks. Like, seriously, 25 weeks. But I mean, I can always get my money back. It's my credit card. And there's no reason for me to believe that the company wouldn't send it to me. Maybe they're behind. Maybe they had a ton of orders. I don't know. But I think we've established enough of a relationship and love affair together as family that we're going to get you guys your stuff and take care of you. Charlie, stop. And we're working as hard as we can, but we've got to get this put behind us because the emotional trauma has just been unreal. So, I know, right? Rachel. So, we love you guys. Sis, I'm going to get off here. I love you. Try and get some rest. I know you're tired. It's been super, super awful. I'm sure you guys can see. I mean, look at my face. Look like I've been socked in the face. Like, this is how my eyes have looked for the last 2 days because I've bawled for 3 days now. So, but we will let you guys know at the party. Again, it's no secret of what's going to be. If you want to request your invoices now, get going. There's going to be 50 tickets for the next 5 or 6 parties, however many we get in for the end of the month. There'll be $30 a piece. Go get them. You need to request now and pay at the end of the month. Doesn't matter. Let's go get them. But we're going to do 5 or 6 parties. We're going to have fun. We're going to catapult ourselves into this dark time of being able to shut them down. And it's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of time away from my family. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to stop this. Okay? We love you guys. See you Friday or Saturday. And I will definitely be going live publicly. I want to get a little bit more information tomorrow. It's the only reason I didn't go live publicly tonight. Once I meet with the other government officials and the owner of the Edmund Sun to see how they're going to proceed in prosecuting Emily and Jamie for posting that, and Jackie Bartlett for posting it, and Jackie Blennis for posting it in the J&L Scammers Awareness page. So all of them are going to get the full wrath of that one. I know you haven't, sis. Please do. We need you because everybody does love you here, and I know you're devastated, and you take the stuff even harder than I do, and it happened to me. But your health isn't very good, anyways, and really, the sleep is the most important thing for you. Hey, get out of there. So, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight and letting me take so much of your time. I really didn't intend to go this long. It's made me feel a lot better just talking to you guys, for the ones that are truly here to listen and support. And again, we love each and every one of you the same, whether you stand for us or you stand with us and have the courage to fight. We just appreciate you coming and being a part of our parties and having laughs with us and being involved in any way that you can. We know that some of you guys can't purchase very often, and we know that when you do, it's very special for you, and I want you to know that even though we might be late sending your items, and not late just because it's us, but because the suppliers are late or the items we have aren't available, that we take great pride in that. And when I pick your items, I don't throw shit in the bag that I think, I hope she likes that. I really try to pick stuff that I know you're going to love, and you know what, it's okay if you don't. I don't get my feelings hurt, and if you want to send it back, I'm always willing to trade it out and find something that you love. You'll never find that anyplace else. I mean, most places is you get what you get. You don't like it, fucking don't buy shit. And that's just not how we roll. Alright? So, we will... You tell me. I know, right? Seriously, Lisa. But, Sarah, we do love you, and we thank you so much for all the hard work you've put in. Amy, seriously. Both of you guys, guys, Amy worked for months transcribing parties and getting them to Tanya and stuff, and gave up time from her family. We could never, ever show our appreciation. And for Sarah, just taking pride in making sure that people come in that are here, that are real and legit, and aren't here to hurt our company or our family. They didn't have to do that, you guys. They didn't have to stay. They could have gone. Nobody would have blamed them. And they've been here, and no matter what the future holds with Sari and Amy, it's never any ill will on our regards of whatever the future might hold for them, whether J&L's in that future or not. We truly love both of them and their families, and enjoy their presence every single day. So, we love you so much. Good night. At least if you need to call me, you can. And we will see you guys Friday or Saturday. I'll let you guys know how tomorrow goes, and we'll get with Lisa, and we'll figure it out. And you can start requesting your invoices for as long as you want in advance, because we're going to be partying 5 or 6 parties by the end of the month. And we're going to go rock it out, and then we're going to shut them down after we get your orders sent to you. Peace. Have a good one. Thank you so much for listening and being a part of tonight. Bye.